What up, everyone? So, we've got a brand new box here. One that is new to the channel and also has never been released. I don't think the company is fully established yet. This is kind of a preview box, and this is the Sick Toy box. So, I don't know much about the company or the box, but whatever's in it, I hope it's sick. Anyway, so the company contacted me and asked if I would review the box because they're trying to start up this company. And they said, hey, we got a toy box for you here. How about you review it? And I said, what kind of toy box? And they said, a sick one. And I said, fuck yeah, that's exactly the kind of toy box I want. A sick one. So, got a little insert here. I'll read it out to you. Enjoy this brand new box of awesomeness. We bring you toys you have never had or seen. Included is a sample of what you might get in the boxes. But a signed item is always guaranteed. Sick. All you have to do is tell us a theme you like and the theme, any theme, and we will make it happen for you. And it is only $35 plus shipping. Thank you for your time, Sick Toy Team. Awesome. Alright, let's take a look at this. A certificate of authenticity for something. Alright. First off, we got a toy in here. Let's see. Legends of Batman. Whoa, I remember these. This is way back in the day. I totally remember this one. There we go. Yeah, here's some more of them on the back. This is from like 90s or something like that. Early 90s. Yeah, there you go. It says KB Toys on the sticker right there. So that's how you know that something is vintage. Because I think KB Toys went out of business back in like 2004 or something like that. It was a while ago though. They probably should have removed that though. I really don't need the sticker. But that's cool though. Vintage Batman toy. Nice. Alright. Next, looks like we got a figural keychain. And it looks like they did pull the sticker off this one. So it seems like we're seeing a DC theme here. And it looks like we got Lex Luthor. You know, I kind of like these keychains. Smells new. I have mixed feelings about these keychains, actually. I like them. I like the characters they do. It's just, they're always hard to display, though, because I get keychain figures all the time, but I never use them as keychains. So I always detach the keychain part and just keep the figure. The only problem with these is they're not really good as just regular figures because they don't stand on their own, which is always a bummer. But I still like them. I remember the first series they did was like Ninja Turtles. This is a few years ago, and I have that series. But they're still cool. I like them. They're pretty basic. But yeah, I wish they'd make them so they could stand so I could use them as just plain figures and not just keychains. Alright. Looks like we got a shirt. New. Nice. Alright. And it looks like we got Deadshot. And it looks like the movie version of Deadshot. Seems pretty legit. It's actually a branded shirt from Suicide Squad. It's a little big. Can't remember what size I told him. Maybe I told him this size. I don't remember. But that's cool. I like Deadshot. I really liked him in the movie. I liked Will Smith as that character. It's such a bummer that that movie sucked so much. It was not a good movie. Because I really did like a lot of the characters in it. I like Margot Robbie or whatever as Harley Quinn. I liked Deadshot. But a lot of the other characters are crappy. But yeah, it's such a bummer that they did a good job on part of it, but the overall movie wasn't good. Alright. Looks like we got some comics. And it looks like we got Amazing Spider-Man 350. Classic Spider-Man issue. There's that. Then it looks like we got Spawn number 4. Big fan. Love me some Todd McFarlane. Classic cover. And then it looks like we got X-Force. And this looks like a Greg Capullo cover. This is way back in the day too. This is actually still sealed. And it comes with a card on the back. Nice. So this is definitely pretty old. Way back in the day. It's nice that that's still sealed, though. That's really cool. Classic comics. And these look like they're all 90s, pretty much. Yeah. So I'm sensing a theme. Alright. Put those there. Classic pack of cards. Batman Returns. Also 90s. Early 90s. Is that focusing? I guess it doesn't really need to. Good enough. Alright. Let's open these up. You can actually still find these a lot of places, but they've stopped making cards like this where they had them in these packages. This was like one of the last series they did it on. And yeah, so it looks like we got a lot of scenes from the movie and a little bit of concept art and stuff like that. So fun stuff. Lots of nostalgia there. Yeah, that's really cool. Nice. Alright, and it looks like our last item, which I think is our big ticket item, if I can guess. And it looks like Superman. And it's the metal die-cast figures. So I have mixed feelings about these two. I'm a fan of figures being metal and die-cast. I have some other ones from back in the day, but I'm not a big fan of how they did these figures. Same problem they had with the Loyal Subjects. They have very big arms, like oversized arms on all the characters. Some characters it looks fine, like Superman I guess it looks okay because he's known for being strong, but a lot of characters it looks just weird. The characters they did good on were the metal ones, and that's basically like the versions of Iron Man. Because he's in a metal suit, that makes sense. That looked good. But a lot of the other characters, they just look kind of weird. Especially the female characters. They look very odd. And I'm guessing this is what the signature, or the certificate of certificate of authenticity is for. And it actually says Henry Cavill. Cavill? How do you pronounce that? So that's pretty awesome. So that's actually signed by the actor that played Superman in, that was from Batman Superman, right? Henry Cavill? Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's really awesome. It said signed items, but I had no idea that they'd have someone like that famous. That's really impressive. I haven't even seen his signature in like the big boxes, like Bandbox and stuff like that. So that's really impressive. I'm not sure how they pulled that off. Maybe they are involved in it, have a business that has to do with that or something like that. But that's really badass. That's definitely the big ticket item. That absolutely makes the box worth it. And I don't have anything signed by him. And it's cool that it's a figure and not just a picture, because I have a lot of pictures that are signed by actors and stuff like that. But sometimes it's cool to have a figure signed by him. So that's really badass. That's cool. Wow. I'm thoroughly impressed. That is indeed sick. This is officially a sick toy box. Alright, so that was all the stuff in here. And as you can tell from a starter company, they just have a regular shipping container. But I'm sure they'll get that in there, get regular boxes and stuff like that once the company gets more established. But from what I can see, it looks pretty awesome. And I know they asked me themes. I honestly do not remember what themes I gave them, but I'm cool with this stuff. Like, I like Batman, DC, like, that's all cool with me. So, that works for me. So, we'll take a short little break, and then we'll come back, talk about some value on these items, and give this box a rating. See you soon. Alright, we are back. So, let's talk about some value on these items. First, the shirt. Nice quality. It's not printed on Gildan or anything. It's actually a branded shirt. So the quality is decent on that, and the design is pretty decent too. Not a lot of design quality to the picture. It's just pretty basic. So overall, I'm going to give the shirt a 7 out of 10. I think it's really good in quality and has, like I said, a decent picture. But it'll get the standard $12 to $15 value, as all shirts do. Next, the Batman action figure. So different figures from this series go for all different prices. They're actually not that hard to come by. Most figures and things from the 90s, there were a lot of them, a lot of prints made of pretty much everything. So they're not that hard to find even to this day. But this figure specifically was one of the more popular figures, so now this one goes for about 12 to 15, which is like the most you'd see a figure from that series go for. So not a lot of increase in price over the last like 20 years, but still holds like decent value. Next, the comics. So we'll go through these. And comics are the same thing, same with the 90s comics. Most of them pretty much are the same value as they have been, and probably won't go up in value anytime soon. So the first one, the Spider-Man 350. This goes for about $4. Then, Spawn number 4. This is going to be about $5 to $6. And lastly, the X-Force number 16. Yeah, number 16. This goes for about $4. So even though it's still in the plastic, you can find them still in the wrapping and still get it for around $4. Then, our keychain. Our little figural keychain. These are very common too. You can get these just about anywhere. Hot Topic, Target, Walmart. They have them just about everywhere, and they always run right around like $4 or $5. Then, our cards. Our Batman Returns. Like I said, same thing with cards. They made a ton of these in the 90s, so even to this day, they're very common. You can find them at most comic shops. You can find them online. Very cheap. A pack of them goes for like $2 or $3 at most. Then, our final item, and probably the most important one, is the Superman signed figure. So, the figure itself, the die-cast metal, goes for about $10. And those you can still find in stores. They're very common as well. You can find them in Target or any toy store or anything like that. They run for about $10. If you're trying to find them online, they're more expensive. And that's because they're so freaking heavy. So the shipping on them is crazy because they're literally like a hunk of metal. But if you find them in stores, they shouldn't be more than $10. So that's what the figure is. Then the signature I had to value separately because it's kind of hard to value something this specific. And surprisingly, Henry Cavill, or again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, his signature doesn't go for that much. So I'm assuming he's done a lot of signings. I'm sure he's like gone to Comic-Cons and stuff and done a ton of signings because his signature really doesn't go for that much, which was very surprising considering what an iconic character he is and his recent movies. So his signature only goes for about $25. So I was very surprised on that. You know, a lot of people online want to charge more. They want to charge in the hundreds, but there's tons of people on there. You got to be careful, though. There's a lot of fakes out there. People selling them for like less than $10, and those are obviously fake. But the ones for $25 and a few dollars more than that, they all come with certificates of authenticity from credited sources. So there's no guarantee that any of them are ever going to be real, but you got to do the best you can to find ones with COAs and stuff, and they run around that $25 range. So that's what the signature is. So I kind of valued them separately, so total it'll be $35 because, again, that's the best way I could value it. So that being said, don't grab on me. Oh my goodness, so cranky. So that being said, our value on the low end is $78, and on the high end is $87. So after shipping and everything, this box comes to about $40. So you're getting pretty much double your value. So, stop. You're getting pretty much double your value, which is pretty impressive for a startup company. That's really hard to do for companies like that. Like I've always said, when they're starting up, that's going to be the hardest thing for a company to do is to try and give double your value, or honestly even more than you pay for. Because when you're on such a small scale, you're not getting things at wholesale cost. You're having to pay regular cost for them. So I'm assuming they're kind of going for a vintage toys thing here, but it's also kind of seemed like a mix here. So it's very hard to judge a company based off just one box. So the score I'm going to give is just based off this one box, and if I end up getting more from this company, then we'll get a better idea of it, because I love that it came with a signed figure, especially from someone that's that well known. So it's tough for me to say if all the signatures are going to be of that caliber. I would imagine it would be pretty difficult to do if they're making a lot of boxes, but I don't know. They said a signed item guaranteed, but hopefully it's still that same thing. So with that being said, you got pretty much double your value. You got a really cool item. You got some new figures, some old figures, some classics, so it got a good mix of it, and it's signed by someone very well known. I was pretty excited to see it. I was disappointed that the signatures go that low, but that's not their fault. It's just, I was just a little surprised, but that's still a really cool item. So that being said, like I said, there's a new rating system in place, so scores are a lot harsher, so all the scores are going down quite a bit. That being said, I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. Because you got good value, you got a good mix of stuff, you get to pick your themes, which is cool, and it's kind of catered towards you, and you get signed items. So all around pretty awesome. I'm quite surprised that a company that's just starting out is able to give such good quality. But as always, let me know what you guys think about it, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Something I probably also should have mentioned, that I do not remember what month this is supposed to be from. Will you stop? Stop. Since it's just a startup company, I don't think it really matters exactly what month this is from, because I don't think they're at that point yet. But this may have come in February. It may be technically February's box. Either way, the only reason I'm saying that, it won't be in the monthly review because I'm not sure which it should be classified as. But anyway, like I was saying, 6.5 on the box, 7 out of 10 on the shirt. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we'll talk about it there. Until then, see you on the next video. Love you all. Peace. Thank you. Are you done being cranky? Oh, God.